Hey guys, welcome back to episode 31, 32 of the Let's Play series. So we've been offline for about an hour now. We got raided once. We only lost 2,000 gold because we didn't have much gold when we left. So not too bad. We've got all our arrow towers ready to go. We're going to go and collect those guys. And we're going to go farm some more gold. So I actually didn't gather my farms at the end of the last videos. I forgot to do that, so we're not going to have a full amount of farms. Still be able to find a whole bunch of loot, though. So here's 100,000. I think so we'll probably start upgrading our farms a little bit more, too. Or, I mean, our arrow towers again. Our farms are at a decent enough level right now. And I don't play that much on this account, so they're able to generate enough, and then I'm able to have like a full silo when I do want to raid. So having a full silo is really critical to getting the amount of loot that you need. You can see these pyromancers and the froster are definitely doing a lot of work on my troops. They're mowing them down. Very effective combination. This base right here has been a very good design, good wave troops. Tough opponent. A lot tougher than what we're used to. And that a lot has to do with the pyromancers being here. That makes a huge difference. Hopefully not die here. Gonna run back and use this little knight as a shield. So once he starts engaging, we're gonna go and attack. And our hero should still be regenerating. You can see he's slowly getting his HP back. We might still be able to do it because we have 2 cannons right there in reserve that are coming up now. So we might still be able to take this gate down. It's looking good. So there's one. Actually, we have 3 cannons, so we should be able to take this gate down. And you see 3 cannons just boom, gate down. Very good base there. Needs to upgrade some more troops. His waves. Well, that's a nice find right there. We got a lot of bread, so that's gonna pretty much fill up our silo. All 3 bread. I've never seen that before, actually. Very interesting. But yeah, he needs to upgrade his towers a little bit more, and then also upgrade his waves and get some more troops in there. And he has a very solid base. Definitely going to destroy a lot of kings. And so with all these raids that we've done, we've probably accumulated a good amount of medals. So we're probably in first place in our tournament right now. We'll take a look on that after this raid. Because the firestorm, you do want to go and touch all the buildings that you can to do damage to each of those buildings. Very nice wave combination right there. He has 4 paladins and 1 pyromancer. So this will be a probably tough fight because he does have a lot of wave points. He's got Frosters and Pyroman, and you can see those guys, they're just wasting my knights now. So I'm actually not going to stop spawning out troops. Because if I keep bringing them out, they're just going to get chopped down by those ranged troops right there of his. I have to get over here through, and I'm going to get through, but I might die right over here, and I do. So You can see that's the benefit of having a big paperclip. He had his troops over here demolishing all my reinforcement troops on the side, and I had to get over there to try and kill them. I could have probably backtracked and actually used the sword ring to kill them as well, but I'd rather to go forward and go kill them, and that was a mistake on my part, whereas I ran out of HP, and then his paladins, which were part of his waves, came up and, you know, did the final blows and clobbered me. So very, very good base design right there. That's what you're looking for. That's what you want in defense. So we'll go take a look at the tournament leaderboard here and see where we're at. I believe we're in the Silver League. So yeah, so we're way up on top, 869. Gonna go back in and hopefully win some battles. So we're gonna look for things at about 100,000. We'll go ahead and use this one, because every time we do spin, we're spending money. So we're gonna go ahead and just take this one. I did say before in other videos we're gonna start favoriting people, and that's something that we definitely gotta start getting into the habit of, finding good opponents that we can constantly beat. But it makes for way better videos actually to have just random opponents that we've never fought before, and because you know, the unpredictableness of dying in battle. Whereas if we fought the same person over and over and over again, we know exactly how to beat him. We know we're not going to die. It's just it's boring and monotonous. And they actually are implementing a change shortly where you can't do that. So we might as well just go with the new, you know, change random system, and occasionally fight our favorites here and there. So for those that don't know, the new change is that they're debating on how many times you can attack your favorite list in an hour or in 3 hours. They haven't finalized these changes, but they're looking at possibly only 3 attacks an hour, or possibly 5 attacks every 3 hours for someone in your favorite list. That's the last I heard on this news. So if I find out any more information on that, I'll let you guys know as soon as possible. They are estimating the next big update, the one with the single player campaign, the story mode, and a lot of PvE, player versus environment content, coming early September. So in about 3 to 4 weeks from now, there should be a huge patch, and they're saying this is the biggest patch ever. Tons of content. This is pretty much like as much content as was released in the very beginning of the game, which is, you know, a lot. Very, very big amount of content. So we're probably going to be looking forward to new units, new towers, and then a new single player campaign story mode. Those are my guesses. The story mode single player campaign has pretty much been confirmed. The new units hasn't necessarily been confirmed, but they did say in an interview that they did want to introduce a new unit during the single player campaign. And the new towers, no one's ever said anything about new towers, but I have a very sinking feeling that we will see new towers sooner rather than later. And also would be nice to see an upgraded like spike trap, or, you know, new traps. That would definitely be really cool as well. Then of course we're going to definitely see new environments. They always throw out new environments. Right there, a big wave with like 7 knights and 1 pyromancer. Not too effective. You can see he has a lot of bomb towers, so it's making me go back and forth and kick those bombs back. I do need to take out the gargoyle tower with the hero. So I need to split my attention between the bombs and then the gargoyle tower. All the reinforcement troops are dying back there. Now I'm actually going to sit back here and recover just a little bit. You see, that's what happens. The bomb blows up your guy if you don't kick it back. So we have a cannon now, reinforcements here. Heroes full life. I still don't want to engage right away because I want my troops to kind of catch up some. Your hero isn't invincible. That's definitely for sure. And you can see right there why it's a bad idea to have all knights in your waves. One sword rain spell takes care of every single knight instantly. Again, there goes that wave. Boom, all gone. No problem. So if you had a couple paladins in there instead of those knights, it'd be so much harder to attack. That's why for defensive you want to have some paladins in there. You don't really want knights on defense. Paladins are your bread and butter. Huh. There's actually a gold cape right there. A legendary item that we could have gotten, but we didn't pick that chest. This base looks to be a very well designed base as well. It has nice choke points right here. And then it also has a nice little choke point there. So this looks to be actually like a figure 8 style base. You can see the 8 is right here. Boom, 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 boom. It looks like a either a racetrack or figure 8. And he does have art blasters and gargoyle towers. A lot of those guys. So here in this style, it looks like we might not be able to beat it. Looks like he's a tougher opponent, but we're going to give it a try. We're going to go with cannons because he has a lot of gargoyle towers. So that means we can use a lot of cannons here to be effective. We're going to call the cannons over here so they can get out of that choke point. Unfortunately, they're going to take some damage from the troops. And one of them died. It looks like we still have one left, that's great. As long as we had one left, that's fine. We're still doing a great job here. We're going to bring out another cannon. So when you're using cannons, you want to protect them as much as possible. We're going to summon them over here. Hopefully we can get those guys out of the choke point. It'd be a good idea to put a gargoyle tower right there or a water tower right there. That right there would be really, really effective against knights. So there's that one cannon from the beginning that has just a sliver of HP left. Oh, and we can't get to the gate with him. He died. So we actually did have a lot of time to beating this base. So his waves weren't very well upgraded, and his towers weren't very well upgraded as well. But this is a pretty good base design. So you can see there's a big difference in upgrading your towers, upgrading your waves. That right there makes a huge difference in defense. Something that looks simple and looks easy like my base can actually be very, very challenging if you have high level towers in there. There's a lot of loot here. It's interesting, he has a decent setup in the beginning here, but he doesn't utilize the best spot right there or the best spot right there. When you do these kind of setups with the mini paper clips, you want to put a tower right there, because it can't be hit until you actually get all the way around. So interesting, he has a decent road setup, but it just doesn't seem like he knows how to use the road setup to maximize his damage. And so these are things that, I mean, if you've played the game, you'll know higher up in the level you see these things, and you're like, okay, that's what you do. Lower level players, they kind of copy higher level bases, but they don't necessarily know where to place their towers and why to place their towers in those positions. So you're seeing a lot of funky bases here in the lower levels. You can see we had to deal with like no wave troops. That means he hasn't upgraded his castle gate or his castle guard at all. So we don't really have to worry about his wave troops. You definitely want to upgrade your wave troops. You want to upgrade your castle guard. Very, very important. Looks like one more fight. We're going to get to level 34. This is a good base design here, and it's giving us a good amount of loot and good amount of metals. And he actually has firebolt towers too, so he's either purposely low in the leaderboards, or something that's really, really off. Go ahead and give him a try. We're probably going to lose with him having a firebolt tower or towers. Means he's a high level player, because those things cost 1.5 million each to build. See, even his spikes are having it's taking a lot longer to kill his spikes than it would a normal opponent. This is a nice choke point right here. Calling the troops so we can kind of avoid this choke point. And there's this firebolt tower on the side right over there. Start summoning out some more cannons. Come back to burn that other barricade. I should have kicked that bomb back. I meant to, but it just exploded too quickly. See, this would have been a base that it would have been beneficial to bring out more archers than knights here. But we have our cannons. They got past the choke point, thankfully. We're going to sit here and kill the firebolt tower with the firestorm. It's actually really weak to fire. And hopefully we can guard this cannon with our little king. We're trying to stay right in front of these paladins so the cannon doesn't die. Because the cannon is way more important. If the cannon can live, we might have a chance to get to the castle gate. Probably not, but the cannon will do a lot more damage. So now I'm going to run back. My hero's almost dead. But yeah, you want to protect your cannons at all costs. You see, we took down those two towers right there. Took out that tower right there. So we got a lot more percentage done. And we took out that tower. So those cannons, they definitely took care of a lot of towers, which is giving us more loot. If you were just going with our hero and going forward, our hero wouldn't have been able to kill those towers. The cannons are stronger than we are right now. So he had to purposely drop down, I would say, because that's a really, really tough base for this trophy range. And again, if you see something with the Firebolt Tower, you're probably going to want to run the other way. Those guys are very, very expensive, extremely powerful. And especially at our level right now, we're level 33. We don't want to fight a Firebolt Tower. You can say we did a good job in there. His wave troops could be upgraded more. But yeah, overall, Firebolt Towers mean let's go next and click the next opponent. Again, a waste of wave points right there. All those knights, they just got obliterated. They didn't stand a chance. Again, here, a good example. Boom. Done. Gone. Just touch that tower and then go up and now touch all the troops. When you have a big enough horde of knights, you don't have to necessarily worry about the bombs too much, because the knights will kill all the bombs towers really, really quick and they'll move out of the way. So if you have, like, say 10 knights spam together, you don't necessarily have to kick every single bomb you see, because like I said, they will get out of the way on their own. They'll destroy the tower really quick and then they'll, move out of the way of the bomb. So I think that will be the last raid here for the knights. Let me go see what we can upgrade. Oh, nice, we got some gloves. So we're definitely going to grab that. It's going to be a big bonus, a big increase on our, crappy gloves. Oh, wow. Look at that. We got 28 gems. What a lucky pull right there. So that was a great ending. Great ending to the episode here. Go equip those gloves. You can see we had nothing on, so now we're going to equip this nice glove with fire damage on. So it means now every time we hit something, they're going to burn. We're going to do 28 points of fire damage, I believe. Go collect our taverns as well. And then this time, not to forget our farms. So we have 4 workers. You can see we have a couple towers already at level 6, so we'll go ahead and upgrade that one to level 6. So we have quite a few actually at level 6, which is good. So everything else is level 3. Kind of hold off on that. Like I said, we want to find bigger upgrades. So here's a 12-hour one, so we'll go ahead and upgrade our farm a little bit. Take a look at our spells. So we can't upgrade any spells. And we already are upgrading a unit, I believe. Yeah, we're upgrading the Pyromancer. So we have 2 workers and our construction yard, or inventor's workshop. So we can upgrade that. We can unlock the gargoyle tower, which would be good. Then it looks like we're left with a good amount of loot, so we'll go ahead and upgrade our other farm over here. Try and use as much loot as possible, and also use the time efficiently. So that's going to do it. We are number 1 right now. Triple the amount of medals is number 2. Probably not going to play in the next 22 hours, so we'll see how that goes. And these are the upgrades we got going on here. Again, thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys soon.